Hi folks, welcome to Laguna Seca in the GR86. Let's crack on with it. Right, fast lap done and dusted, and let me show you the info tab. We have the identical to the fixed iRacing setup, which is the one that the GR86 Cup uses, and we're also using track temp of 79 Fahrenheit, and moderate usage of 44% is what I always use for these track guides. The lap I'm going to show you is not that one. We managed to do a 1:36.629, and we did nip into the 36s again. So I'm going to show you lap 27, which you can't actually see because it's beyond my head again. So this one right here, a 1:36.997. Now, I can get into the 36s if I can get turn 5 right, and I will explain how to get it right when we go around there. But I'm definitely mid to low 37s is where I'm more comfortable. So 37.1, 37.2, that's a high one. The high one must have a few spins. But yeah, mid to low 37s is where I'm actually at. So nipping into the 36s will be quite nice. Qualifying will be key around here. So make sure you try and do your qualifying laps and get loads of practice of coming out the pits, doing 2 laps, and then going back into the pits and resetting again. Definitely get some qualifying practice in, because qualifying is going to be absolutely crucial. There's not many places to overtake around here. Definitely dive bombs into turn 1, so be cautious about that. Otherwise, above my head, my Discord, where the OLAP, BLAP telemetry and replay file will all be in there, so you can have a look exactly what I've done and how I've done it, hopefully to improve your lap times. And as always, if it did help, don't forget to like and subscribe, do that lovely YouTube stuff. Otherwise, let's crack on with the breakdown lap. Right then, Laguna Seca, and be careful of the start-finish straight, because it is not straight, so be careful if you're going too wide. Make sure you give each other space. But we're hunting for the breaking point of actually turn 2, because that was turn 1, we just went through there. So just after the 4 board, probably before the 3 board, you want to brake in a nice heavy straight line. It's downhill, so make sure you use all of the anti-lock brakes as possible. Diagonal into this apex and really slow it down. First gear for this one, really get the car turned after it, and then build in the power for this second one just here. Avoid the red sausage curbs, that will be a theme of this video, but you can make sure you get a good exit out of there and you should be absolutely golden. Bring the car over to the left hand side and we're hunting for the next braking point, which is just after the 2 marker. So what you want to do, get to it, little dab of brakes, use the curb as a marker to then turn in, avoid the red sausage curb here. I do give it a little cheeky tickle, but it's not too bad, and make sure you get on full throttle as early as you can. Use all the curb on exit, but be careful hitting that gravel trap. Coming to the next corner, it's a little bit faster than the corner previous before, so we're using the curb here on the way in, little bit of a lift, a little bit of drag of the brake. Make sure you hit the apex at that red sausage curb, but get on full throttle as early as you can. You still have a lift mid corner there, not ideal, but we get through using all of the track. Absolutely rev the Jesus out of this engine. It really does love to rev this thing, so make sure the rev counter turns to red before you start changing gear. And we're hunting for the 2 board. We're braking in a nice heavy straight line. Again, use the curb as a turn-in point. Get into the camber of this corner. You can take more speed in. If you're on the outside, you really lose the corner. Get into the camber of the apex, get on full throttle as you can, early as you can, and make sure you use all the exit curb as well. Coming up to the little kink. Now, this is a little bit scary on cold tires, so be cautious about that. But we hold it in 3rd gear, and just at the 2 board, we are turning in. So a big lift, turn it into the apex. There's a big dip. crank on the steering just as you get to the apex to really use that compression to grip up the car, and then we're up the hill, changing to fourth, and we're up the drag up the hill. Now really, really slow up here, so be cautious. We want to bring it to the car to the left-hand side, use this curb, and then as we turn it to the right, we're seeing the 3-board and the crest that we're going to brake over. So just before it, brake nice and heavy, second gear for this one, stay far right if you can to really open up the corner, turn in, put a tyre on the gravel trap, and when you see these 3 trees and you're facing at them, it's time to turn right. So you can turn right down that little crest. If you do that, you should hit it bang on, but be careful of slowdowns through there if you do cut them 2 corners quite drastically. Coming down here now, we're sort of mid-track at this point and easing the car in, big lift. All we're trying to do is aim for that red sausage curb, but don't hit it because red sausage curves mean death, but get as close as you can to it. Third gear all the way through there, but be careful of corner exits where you can understeer wide. The 2-board for the penultimate corner, we are braking, just gradually grade that brake all the way in. Again, it's a cambered corner, so get the car into the apex and really crank on the steering once you get there. Be careful, again, about running wide. There is curves out there, but the gravel trap does appear quite quickly. Now, final corner, most important one on the circuit. We are braking just at the 2-board, so braking a nice heavy straight line. I did find, I think I went through here in second. I think you can go to, I do go down to first. Okay, I did make a note of what gear to go through there. First gear, because I think it gets better turning and better kick out the corner, and you do get better acceleration. But make sure you cut that curb. You can take that red curb across there, so make sure you do it, and you can use all of the exit curb as well to get the best exit you can. But that is us across the line in a 1:36.997. Again, great circuit. You need to give this circuit time to get used to it, know all its tricks and foibles and all of that lovely stuff. You will learn to love this circuit, but the corkscrew is a lot of death. Prepared for people to spin off and run wide and come back on track at different angles, because it always happens, particularly at the kink. And yeah, have fun racing. Make sure you see the checkered flag. If this guide did help you out, don't forget to like and subscribe. We love your YouTube stuff. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you on the next one.